I really want to minimize the amount of makeup. Hello everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you a makeup declutter video. This is going to be the first part of a very long series I am anticipating because I am trying to slim down my makeup collection. I just find that I have a lot of products that I don't really use too often, and so I just kind of want to slim down my collection. I don't want to hoard any of these products, so we're just going to jump right on into it. We'll go ahead and start talking about concealers and get right on into it. These are all my under eye ones. I'm just going to start with those. The Skinfood Salmon Dark Circle Concealer Cream. I've had this for quite some time. And it's a pretty thick kind of consistency of a concealer. It smells like oil paint or like salmon, like fish oils, something like that. I think it smells like oil pastels, like the paint. And when I was younger, I used to really like this, but I've gotten older now, my skin's changed, and it's just too thick now to put underneath my eyes because I do get lines there now. So this just isn't my most favorite of products, and I'm really sad about it because I used to love it. I've had it for quite some time now, and it's just not for me anymore. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. The next under eye one is the Botanica Fast Fix for under eye circles. I got this, I think, last summer. I had really high hopes for it because it's supposed to be like a color correcting product. Here's what it looks like. It's supposed to have like different extracts in it and stuff like that, but as you can see, as I'm just blending it into my hand, it really just shears down into nothing. It doesn't do anything. It definitely didn't help with dark circles, which is annoying because I want it to work, I want it to do something, but it just doesn't do anything for me, and it smells kind of weird. Okay, so then I have two of these and I'm keeping them. These are the Garnier Miracle Skin Perfector Daily Eye Rollers. I have one that I bought myself and then one that my friend gave me. She wasn't a big fan of these, but I do personally really like them. And these are both in the shade Fair Light. Here's what they look like, and I'll just do a quick little, if I can get it, there we go. Just a quick little swatch. It's kind of like a peachy toned kind of thing. I like it on days where I don't want to wear a ton of makeup and I do want some concealing on my under eyes, and it does a really fair job, I think. I do like how it covers dark circles, so I'm keeping both of these. Next thing, this is another Skinfood product. This is the Rice Pen Concealer, and I've had this for quite some time too. I do like the consistency of this concealer, but the color is way too custard for me. Like, it's such a strong orange, like yellowy orange, and even when I blend it out, you can still really see like the harsh yellow tones, and when I wear it with foundation, you can even see it like if I put it underneath the foundation, and it's not something that I really like the look of when I'm wearing it, so I'm not going to keep this one just because I don't really like the color, how it wears on me. I don't think it looks very nice. Next, I have two of these. These are the Missha under eye brighteners. I have one in a lighter shade and then one in a darker shade. These are very inexpensive, very cheap and easy to get. So these are actually really great. I love this lighter one here. I'll go ahead and show you. Very brightening. It does a super good job of concealing dark circles, and I love the creamy consistency. It blends out really nicely, and I really like how it looks underneath the eyes. Same goes for this one as well. This one's just a slightly darker shade. Let's go ahead and put that there. So that's what that one looks like. But both of these are one of my all-time favorites. I keep on repurchasing them, so I really like them. I'm keeping both of these. I don't know why I have double of everything that I like, but I do. Their eye concealer is the Sonia Kashuk, and this is their liquid light concealer in the shade Halo, and they don't even make this anymore, and it's such a shame because this is such a great under eye brightener. Just gonna go ahead, put it right there. It's like really nice and peachy toned, and it's super pretty. and it wears really well on the skin. I definitely like it. I'm going to start using it again pretty soon once I'm out of my Maybelline Dark Circle Concealer, the Age Rewind one. I'm going to switch back to using this one because it works so great. I love it underneath my eyes. And of course, I have to mention really quick the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. I have the shade Fair. I like it. It's really nice and brightening. I've been using it all the time, and it's a really solid under eye concealer. I don't really think it helps with getting rid of any dark circles, but I do think that it does a good job of concealing them. Are the concealers that I use for blemishes, acne, scarring, really anything like that. Things that aren't underneath my eyes that I'm not using for brightening. First, I'm just going to talk about the Physicians Formula Conceal RX. This is one of their green, it's called Soft Green. It's just like a color correcting concealer. I like it. I don't really think it does really anything on my skin, like to my skin. My dog's barking. But it is a good concealer. It does a good job of concealing redness, so I like to use it as a color corrector sometimes, just on spots and stuff like that. Next, this is the Booboo Cover Up Concealer. I've used most of this, but I'm keeping it just so that I remind myself to buy another one of them because it's definitely one of my favorite concealers now. Next is something that I've used for quite some time. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. I used to love this stuff. A little bit went such a long way, and it was really highly concentrated color and pigment, and I just loved it for concealing like pimples and stuff because I used to have pretty bad hormonal like cystic acne like around like my jaw and really all over my face. So I loved this back then, and I used it all the time. I just find now that it's too heavy for my skin, and it's not really something that I find myself grabbing for anymore just because I found a lot better concealers. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my declutter pile. Next two things I have are both Maybelline Fit Me Concealers. This one is in the shade number 10 Light, and this one's in number 20, which is Sand. And so in the summertime I use Sand a lot, and then one of my friends gave me Light because it was too dark for her, so I'm going to be testing this one out, but I do really like these. I think that they wear really nicely, and I'm a big fan of them. Okay, so this is something that I just got in my Ipsy. This is the Pure Disappearing Ink 4-in-1 Concealer in the shade Light. I don't like it. It's too orange toned. It doesn't really cover very well for my skin, and it's just not something I like to use, so I'm getting rid of it. I don't feel too bad about it just because it's such a small little product. Like, this is only 0.07 fluid ounces. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Not something I'm a fan of. I may give it away to somebody, something like that. Usually whenever I get rid of products, I'll like give them to a friend or something like that. Like, I never throw anything like away unless nobody wants it or it's really, really old or almost used up. So the next product is the Botanica Fast Fix for a pimple. So this is a tinted, like they call it like a zit zapper. It has sulfur in it. I just don't really see the point in it. It doesn't really do too much for my skin. I have a really good skincare routine right now that it's been really helping with acne, so I don't find myself using things like this anymore. And I just, I don't find myself using it. I don't need to keep it if I'm not using it. My rule of thumb is if I haven't used it in like the past month or two, then I'm probably not going to use it, or I'm not going to miss using it because obviously I found something else. So I'm getting rid of this one. Next is the Skinfood Vita Water Stain Concealer. I am keeping this. I love this concealer. It smells really good. And it's really nice and lightweight, and it doesn't feel crazy or heavy, but it does give a really good amount of coverage. I'm wearing it today, and it does a really good job. As you can see, I have some friends on my cheek. I don't know why or how. Could be from stress, could be from breathing in polluted air, honestly anything, but I'm definitely keeping this. I really do like how it wears. Next is the Glossier stretch concealer, and although I'm not the biggest fan of it right now, it wasn't the cheapest thing, so I do want to try and make it work for myself. The shade is fine, the color is great. My only issue is that I don't really know how to work with it very well yet, so we're going to definitely do some experimenting on it and try and find out what works best for me with this concealer. Finally, this is the Sonia Kashuk All Covered Up concealer in the shade Porcelain, and this is super creamy, and you really just you only need a little bit and then you're good. It's a really nice concealer. I like the consistency of it. I just haven't been able to use it very much, but I am going to be trying it out some more very soon, so I'm keeping this one as well. I'm gonna see if anybody wants this one or this one. This one I might just throw away, this one, and then these two. So altogether that has helped slim down my concealer collection, and I'm just going to put it in the box of things I'm getting rid of. All more stuff to declutter, so that's very exciting. I hope that you guys like this new series. It is something I am interested in doing. I really want to minimize the amount of makeup. So I had to bring him in so he would stop crying. So we're going to have to do this after really quick before he starts getting into everything. But I really hope that you guys enjoy this new series. I plan on doing a lot more types of these videos. I'm just trying to really minimize the amount of makeup that I have, because I don't really find a need for all of it, and I don't want to be like a hoarder and just have things just because I have it. And I really want to slim down my makeup collection. Can you sit? Thank you. So, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, comment down below any other types of videos you want to see, and I will get around to them very soon. We're almost at the end of the month, so my monthly favorites makeup tutorial will be coming out pretty soon. I'm very excited about that. So, I will see you all then, and I hope that you have a great and beautiful day.